Welcome to Kenji's Kitchen. Today we are going to make Nikudango with kurozu sauce, which is Japanese style meatball made with pork. And kurozu sauce is the black vinegar sauce made with balsamic vinegar. And it is a very popular items for the bento, for example, but also like a very popular for children at the dinner table too. So let's make them. So first I am going to mince half onion, and you want to make smaller pieces as possible, so just like I'm going to cut. And make smaller pieces. So first, this is 1 pound of ground pork, and I am going to knead this one so that it's going to create a little bit of stickiness. So you just want to kind of knead until it starts showing a little bit of stickiness. That makes this meatball a little bit of stronger so that it not crumbles. So after kneading a while, the pork developed a little bit of stickiness. So this is the right texture. And we are going to start adding a seasoning. So first seasoning we are going to add is, this is 1 tablespoon of yellow miso. And this is 1 tablespoon of grated ginger. And I am going to add 1 whole eggs. And here is the 1/2 tablespoon of potato starch. You can use cornstarch as well too. And add it. And we are going to knead again. And add minced onion and mix further. The next we are going to make a meatball itself. So we are going to make about the bite size of the meatball, and when you make the meatball, it's better to put some oil on your hand so that it's not going to stick to your hand. So just take about this bite size of meat and just make the ball and put it on the floured tray. And we are going to cover with this flour, and we are going to cook after that. So after putting, and we will just take the old excess flour later on, but we are going to cover like this. So now it's time to cook meatball. So this is a canola oil, and we are doing ageyaki. If you have watched my other videos, ageyaki is not deep fry, but like a kind of halfway. So this is about 1/2 inch depth of canola oil and heated medium heat. And you can tell if it is the right temperature or not just putting a chopstick, and it should start making the bubbles. So that's you can tell if it is hot or not. Okay, so we are going to cook. And we are going to put just one by one. Oops, this one got a little sticky, but just to put it in. And you don't want to make too full because that makes the temperature of the oil to be too low. So when you're cooking, you want to rotate so that it's going to be browned right all around. And if the heat is a little high, you can always turn down too. So as you can see, meatball has been fried for the golden brown. And you can make with this recipe about like 25 to 30 meatballs. And any excess, you can freeze them and you can keep in the freezer for 2 to 3 weeks. Next, we are going to make the black vinegar or kurozu sauce. And here are the ingredients. First, this is 6 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. In Japan, we use usually kurozu, which is a dark brown, dark color vinegar, but it's harder to obtain over here. So I'm substituting with balsamic vinegar, but that tastes really good too. So 6 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and this is a 6 tablespoons of sugar, and this is 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm using a dark soy sauce. And this is 4.5 tablespoons of sake. I always use some sake I can drink too. Then this is 1.5 tablespoons of potato starch. You can use cornstarch as well too. And you just mix them before you start heating up. And we just cook in a medium heat until like it becomes thick, nice grains. So it gets thick like this. You want to turn down the heat too low and make sure it's going to be cooked through, because you want to make sure the starch is cooked. So next we are going to put the meatball in. So we are going to put all the meatball in. Smells so good, by the way. And make sure it's going to be coated to all the meatball. So once everything is mixed, we are going to put, this is about 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil. It's as you like, you can put a little more or less, but it makes really nice flavor. And done. Look at this, isn't that look great? It smells wonderful too. And I'm serving with shredded cabbage and a little bit of toasted sesame on the top as a garnish. And it's going to taste really wonderful. So let's try. Itadakimasu. It's probably a little hot too. It has the definitely balsamic vinegar, the dark vinegar's sourness and also sweetness coming forward, and meatball itself has like a nice gingery flavor of the pork. It's juicy and such a great balance of sweet and sour and savory. Wonderful, wonderful meatball. So I hope you're going to make Nikudango with kurozu sauce, and I hope you are going to enjoy this dish. Happy cooking!